so we'll play through, and you can see, very simple, they're just on a loop, rotating round, but they make for a really nice gear idea. Okay. And sometimes F. These are all, I just searched riddles on online on a phone keypad, and this is of course my impression of Batman. And then yeah, I apparently got sassy Batman later on, I remember. So okay, what you'd get is I would give a riddle and then give the answer as a number. And that was the idea behind this riddle machine. And I looked up a load of riddles with a load of different numbers as the solution, and then just click the buttons. We'll see it in a moment. And then you get the sort of the audience riddle. So what do you throw out to use and take in when you're done? I don't fucking know. I don't know anymore. What do you throw out to use and take in when you're done? Knuckler. A fucking knuckler. I don't think they're particularly complicated riddles. They were very simplistic riddles, but I genuinely am looking at that nowadays going, I don't know, mate. What is it? I am no longer the Batman. But yeah, so essentially the audience was supposed to look at that riddle, solve it, and keep the answer around, either written down or in their noggin. I wouldn't expect anybody to write it down, but if you kept it sort of bouncing around your noggin, you could then get to the next video. And this lasts a bit of time, so you can read it and assess it. Next video, another sort of obviously these are based on the Riddler trophies from the Arkham Asylum games, loosely, I say, you know. And feints. What? 2. You bring a man 2.
You bring a man 2.
The way I love the way I say 2 in that. 2. The answer's 2. There we go.
The answer's 2. You bring a
2.
Man
2.
Again,
overly emphasising 2.
Time for a scan.
Time for a scan. But again, a blank page. Getting more and more frustrated as it goes along. Scan complete there. I quite like it. Do you know what? I'll tell you what, we'll take that back. That is probably a piece of fucking piss. What I think, from what I would do nowadays at least, what I think I probably did was I drew that line somewhere, probably in Flash, just as a basic square, perhaps. And then what I would do is drag I possibly would have had a circle in there just to give me a guideline, but drag the anchor point of that into the centre there. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Very, very simple, but makes for quite a satisfying timer. Very nice. As I say, simple as you like, but nonetheless. Okay, this one I think I actually remember the answer to. Weight in my belly, trees on my back, nails in my ribs, feet I do lack. I think that's a tree. Tree. I looked at the word tree, so I said the word tree because I'm a fucking moron. No, it's a ship. So the idea being that the hold of a ship is the belly and you put things in it. Trees being the masts on the back of the ship. Nails in the ribs because that's how you build a ship. And ships don't have feet? Fuck knows, but I'm fairly certain the answer to that is a ship. And you'll see why momentarily. So, again, you're supposed to answer that, have it rattling around in your brain. Next riddle, because the power of 3, I'm assuming I went for. The magic number 3. This one is a shocking riddle, but as I say, I looked them up and just grabbed them off the internet. It's one of those things.
Take the
top or bottom of a 0. No, you're not, are you really? There we go, another blank page. Has Batman ever complained about the batteries running out in his gadgets? I don't think so. Fucking ridiculous. And all I can now think of, though, I don't think it was intentional at the time. I think it was supposed to just be a gag about the fact that he's used it several times. But all I can think of is now that he'd have a spare pair of bat trees on his bat belt, his utility belt. I'm going to have to change out the batteries because of the whole bat thing. Anyway, I am the beginning of the end. Oh, this one, yeah, I remember this one. I am the beginning of the end and the end of time and space. I am essential to creation and I surround every place. What am I? I must admit, that second half, that bit I understand. This bit, I suppose technically without it, it doesn't make a word anymore. The answer is E, for those of you wondering. I am the beginning of the end, E, and the end of time and space, E. I am essential to creation. As I say, that bit's like, really? I mean, yeah, I suppose it would make the word creation without the cree. And I surround every place. It's the words surround. It's E. It's E. So we'll carry on. And again, you're supposed to answer it, keep it in your mind, and then finally you get to this little section.
I need to find and stop the Riddler. The back computer.
So here's a bit of sort of pomp and circumstance.
I must narrow it down. The
Riddles.
They'll lead me to him.
And suddenly the audience is like, oh, I was supposed to answer those, was I? Oh well, whatever. So, okay, now you've got here several different locations, and what on the original video was supposed to be there, it's no longer there for those interested. Unfortunately, it has disappeared. I recently checked that. But these spinning bat logos are your different locations. You can see here, they each are supposed to coincide with text. I may not have made that as clear as I really wanted to, but it is an official Gotham County, Gotham City map. I don't know if these are officially where things are. Although, who said that? Yeah. Tricorner Yards, actually, that is officially there. Port Adams, yes. So, yeah, I took actual official places, it would seem. I don't know precisely how I worked it all out, but nonetheless, I probably worked backwards from the map to the riddles to finding riddles with the solutions that I required. But you could click on this little bat logo here and you'd go, the idea is you go to Amusement Mile Warehouse E. Now, I just told you that the answer to that second riddle was E. So maybe, Amusement Mile Warehouse E. That would sync up with one of the riddles. But I also said the middle riddle, Jimmy Riddle, middle riddle, was ship. And Amusement Mile, Warehouse E, nothing particularly shippy there, is it? Cell G, no, that definitely doesn't go. I think that's GC Reservoir, really should have improved that. That's shocking quality. Should have put like a bit behind it maybe or something, a background to just take it away from the black marks of the map. Port. Ships, port. Port Adams Pier G. But we said it was E. Is there a port type area with an E? Oh! Dixon Docks Pier A, that's the solution, I think. As I say, unfortunately they don't work anymore, so it's difficult to say for certain, but I'm reasonably confident when I first put this whole thing together, when I put this video of intros together, my instinct in my brain went, I'm fairly confident it's Dixon Docks Pier E. Before I'd even worked out the solution to the riddles, my instinct said it was Pier E. So I think that was always the answer. Now, as I say, so the ship makes sense, it's a pier. The E makes sense, it's Pier E. So just drop back a little bit. Still have no fucking clue. What do you throw out to use and take in when you're done? I bet if you just Googled it, I'll tell you what, annotation time, I'll Google it and I bet the answer's fairly presentable. If it's not, I'll specify that in the edit, but nonetheless, I'm so certain that's going to be very easy to solve. You may look at that and you may have solved it yourself already. But nonetheless, as I say, I'm fairly confident the answer was Dixon Docks Pier E. And then this video was a bit of a lengthy one because the idea was it gave you a bit of thinking time. And it was that sort of, again, the trend of the time was if you ever had a decision to make, you'd get someone slightly impatient. I think it's almost reminiscent to Brutal Legends menu scene. Because if you just wait for a while, he starts getting impatient with finger tapping and stuff. And a lot of things, you know, if it goes on for a long time, you get this sort of, wait for it.
Will escape if I don't choose.
I'm putting a bit of pressure on the audience to try and choose. Now, that's the other thing I was going to mention. We'll just pause it slightly because I don't know how long it lasts. Any guesses of that background music? What we'll do, we'll drop it back a tiny bit so it's not too lengthy. But
Riddler will escape if
any
I
idea
don't
what that
choose.
backing track is? Because I don't know this for certain, but I am reasonably confident this is a track from the soundtrack of Binding of Isaac, or Isaac, whichever you fancy, whichever's your pleasure. And what I did was I reversed it. I just played it backwards. That's why you've got that strange sort of what backwards things always produce. But yeah, that's a little fun fact for you. I'm reasonably confident that is the Binding of Isaac. So I'm a track. I couldn't tell you what one, unless I really did some research and reversed every single one to try and track it down. But yeah, to go boom, and of course, splat. I must admit, I'd have slightly preferred a bit more effort on that sort of cone. This is what happens if you lose. So if you lose, you blow up. And then, lo and behold, Batman dead! Riddler claims the crime. And then there's some spiel about all of this. And then you've got Bruce Wayne remains missing. And then Robin saves the day. Although, having said that, remains missing? I'm not sure that made as much sense as I thought it did. Details are limited, but going on. Saddening news. Yeah. I suppose it depends. This is supposed to be the morning edition. Yeah. So theoretically, the shenanigans before was the night before, and this is the morning edition. So it's a bit presumptuous to say Bruce Wayne remains missing. I think I should have probably had that as just Bruce Wayne found missing is a little bit of a misnomer, isn't it, really? But nonetheless, it shouldn't have been remains missing. But one crucial thing was Robin saves the day. And I it's because I like Robin. I can't help it. I like Robin as a character. So naturally I went, and Robin saves the day. The only problem, and we'll come to it in a moment or two, long-time sidekick of the Dark Knight, Boy Wonder, was proves himself just as much a hero as Batman when he beat down the Joker, rescuing 30 civilians and putting the Joker back into Arkham Asylum. So again, theoretically, that's the morning edition, so that would have happened the day before, assuming, theoretically that would be the case. But once we get to the very end frame, it bugs me slightly now I've noticed it. The fact that the whole, this is meant to be the Joker twist at the end doesn't make sense, because Robin put the Joker behind bars, according to the morning edition. You fucking suck at continuity, I know. But yeah, I put some effort into making a nice little newspaper. It's amazing the sort of things that you actually have to do and research when you're just putting together random shit. Because I've never really gone into the idea of doing newspapers, and yet I had to research finding out what newspapers look like and making a tolerable facsimile. You! I'm Batman!
Cheated!
My voice acting skills are second to none. And then, of course, this is the happy ending where Riddler is caught. Bruce Wayne is now a philanthropist because he's not gone missing. And then Robin saves the day! Still, because fuck it! Oh! Past me! I did not give you enough credit. Oh, well done, past me. I should have been paying a lot more attention to past me works. Robin saves the day whilst Batman was busy taking down the Riddler, his partner in crime, fighting. Why that's in brackets, I do not know. Oh, I suppose it was meant to be. It was meant to be a slight gag. His partner in crime, fighting, that is, managed to put Scarecrow in his place, battling his own fears. Robin bravely saved 30 civilians from the madman known as the Scarecrow. Who knows what would have happened if Robin had not been present? So I did change it. I changed. Oh, that pleases me. That pleases me. That genuinely pleases me. Because you'll note it momentarily that the sort of The idea was you got this happy true ending, and then right at the very end of the series, so I think part K of the Batman special, what you then did was I gave you plenty of time to read it. Obviously we're not really reading it here, but nonetheless, back then I gave a suitable amount of time that you could read the newspaper should you choose. And so here we go. This is after the happy ending.
Wouldn't exit the vehicle just
He
yet.
returns back.
A new, well, creature, I suppose, is rampaging through Gotham. I think your night isn't quite over yet.
It never is.
Joker here. Did I ever tell you the one about the worm that turned?
What the actual fuck does that mean? So we've taken a full fucking turn. Initially, yes, I was very pleased I was very happy that I changed that up. So if you fail, Robin deals with Joker. If you succeed, then this happens because Robin's been dealing with Scarecrow, and then Batman needs to go out and deal with Joker. So, okay, firstly, I do quite like that design. This was back when I was designing different, like, celebrity worms, in inverted commas. So you've got holy hand grenades there, and it was based on the Heath Ledger Dark Knight Joker, which is why I pretty much just shoved it in here, despite it not needing to be shoved in here. Little fun fact, that is actually Audition, that little... I should use the mouse, not my finger, you fucking idiot. So this bit here, that is just a screenshot of Audition, and I think that is actually the screenshot. Chances are it's the screenshot of me saying that dialogue. But let's just review once more. I'm quite pleased that I changed it from the Joker on the happy ending so that Batman would then have to deal with the Joker. I didn't think I had done that. I've only just noticed that now, that I actually changed that up, and I'm quite pleased at it. And okay, that's quite amusing as well. I didn't really pay attention to these little extras here, but messages, free new from perfect.stranger@catmail.net regarding the Cat's Eye Diamond, from enigma@riddles.co.uk, have fun with my toys, and then from Gordon J. Jim? Yeah, James Gordon. Of course it is, you fucking idiot. I don't know why I'd completely forgot that, regarding thank you. But I really like the perfect stranger@catmail.net. That's very silly. But let's just, okay, so past me, you've done a bang up job, but then you drop this.
Well, creature, I suppose, is rampaging through Gotham. I think your night isn't quite over yet.
It never is.
Joker here. Did I ever tell you the one about the worm that turned?
What does it mean? Is it a joke? I mean, in a way it fucking is. In a way it fucking is. But yeah, I remember, I think that was the best I could do.